Our Friend Victoria at Christmas 9:30 p.m. BBC One festive installment of the series that ran earlier this year, commemorating the life of the late Victoria Wood. Hosted by Anne Reid, this one focuses, reasonably enough, on Wood's Christmas specials, and includes reflections from participants in some of them, including Celia Imrie, Julie Walters and Richard E. Grant. Anne Widdecombe also explains what it felt like to find herself on the receiving end of Wood's gently biting mockery. Andrew Mueller Pointless, Celebrities Christmas Special 6:15 p.m, BBC One. A festive Pointless for Christmas hitmakers. There's Stop the Cavalry singer Jonah Louie teaming up with Mike Batt, of Wambling Merry Christmas fame, alongside Jimmy Osmond and X Factor's Ben Haynow, choirmaster Gareth Malone, and Samantha Stevenson of the Military Wives Choir, and Justin and Dan Hawkins, who also sing the show out with the double entendre-tastic Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End. The Scamps. Ben Arnold Even Better Than the Real Thing. Christmas Special 7:10 p.m. BBC One. If stars in their eyes plastered itself in snow and did a trolley dash in the pound shop, this would be the joyful result. Tonight's performers include a very convincing Kylie Minogue, a Michael Bublé, a vintage Michael Jackson, a gravelly John Lennon and a Bruce Springsteen who looks as if he's been dragged in off the street. Patty McGuinness hosts as a faux Ed Sheeran pops up for a surprise duet. Hannah Verdier, The World's Best Christmas Lights, from Liverpool to Bethlehem 8 p.m. Channel 4. There is no place on earth that can't be made merrier by a few fairy lights. Not even Manger Square in Bethlehem, known to millions as the setting for the original Nativity. That's why a Christmas decorating company from Liverpool is traveling to Palestine to collaborate with locals on the square's annual transformation. This doc follows them as they introduce Scouse Sparkle to the Holy Land. Ellen E. Jones, Feud, Bette and Joan 9 p.m, BBC Two. Buckle up and pour yourself a giant scotch in anticipation of the second double bill of this exquisitely juicy, big-budget drama. This week, the filming of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane reaches the final furlong, and its seething co-stars reach the end of their tethers, with physical consequences. Susan Sarandon gleams as a rather wicked Bette Davis, while Jessica Lange's brittle Joan Crawford both irritates and fascinates. Sophie Harris smashes Smastastic, playlist 4 p.m. Gold. Paul Whitehouse's parody DJ Mike Smash emerges from Ellen Partridge's shadow to present a compilation of Christmas hits. It's low budget, just the character on a radio studio set in the song's videos. The clips come with spoof Tote 2 style captions, but, sadly, they're half-hearted despite being penned by Whitehouse and regular co-writer David Cummings. On screen, though, Whitehouse transcends the will this do script. Jack Seelet's Christmas Live from the Royal Albert Hall 8 p.m, Sky One. Jason Manford hosts what he calls Now That's What I Call Christmas Live from the Royal Albert Hall, and given the roster of singers, the game is anticipating which festive classics will feature. With Shakin' Stevens, Jonah Louie and Chrissy Hyde on the menu, that's 3 obvious crackers right there. Here's hoping Holly Johnson offers a barnstorming The Power of Love, that most achingly gorgeous and instantly classic of tunes. Ali Catterall Film Choice Bill, Richard Bracewell, 2015, Saturday, 6 p.m, BBC Two. Failing to make it as a lead player in a band called Mortal Coil, young Bill Shakespeare, a chirpy Matthew Bainton, heads for London to write plays, befriend Queen Elizabeth, Helen McRory, and foil a Spanish plot to invade England. At least that's how the gang behind CBBC's Horrible Histories tells it. There's no tragedy here, as Bard biography, it's more fun than Shakespeare in Love, with a constant of slapstick gags and sometimes fruity jokes that wouldn't be out of place in a panto. Paul Howlett, The Box Girls, Graham Annable, Anthony Stacky, 2014, 9 a.m, Channel 4. Fabulous Stop-Mo Studio Leica follows Coraline and Paranorman with his adaptation of Alan Snow's Here Be Mansters. The trolls live peacefully beneath the streets of the Victorian town of Cheesebridge, where they care for young human eggs, voiced by Isaac Hempstead Wright, and are hunted by ambitious monster catcher Archibald Snatcher, Ben Kingsley. It's tremendous, grungy fun. Paul Howlett. Hidden Figures, Theodore Melfi, 2016, 12 noon, 5:50 p.m, Sky Cinema premiere. 3 intelligent young black women gatecrash the all-white, mainly male club that is 1960s NASA. And what fun they have doing it. Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer and Janelle Monáe are the three scientists who navigate past sneery colleague Kirsten Dunst to help blast John Glenn into space. Kevin Costner is the boss, who breaks down one great barrier, the sign that segregates the toilet. At NASA, we all pee the same color. Paul Howlett, It's a Wonderful Life. Frank Capra, 1946, 1:25 p.m. Goldcapper's irresistible Christmas anthem to the everyday decencies of American small-town life. James Stewart found one of his archetypal roles in George Bailey, a small businessman about to end it all, but saved by Clarence the trainee angel, Henry Travers, who sends him back to his family a wiser man. Not entirely happy, though, Bailey is sacrificing his dream of freedom for the greater good. Paul Howlett, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Chris Columbus, 2001, 1:35 p.m. If you want to devote Christmas to Harry Potter, here's the place to start, with the young Wiz, Daniel Radcliffe, plus chums Hermione, Emma Watson, and Ron, Rupert Grint, enrolling at Hogwarts and having their first encounter with evil Lord Voldemort. With marvelous CGI and a whole coven of British acting talent on hand, it casts its wondrous 8-movie spell. Paul Howlett, Frozen, Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, 2013, 2:50 p.m. BBC One. This delightful musical reboot of Hans Christian Andersen's The Snow Queen is the highest-grossing animated film to date. It's the tale of the sisterly rivalry between princesses Elsa and Anna, voiced by Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell, which plunges their land into deep freeze. With its Oscar-winning song Let It Go, Frozen is a captivating fairy tale that exerts a charm well beyond its little girl target audience. Paul Howlett, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, Peter Jackson, 2014, 8 p.m. If unless he decides to give the newly published Bran and Luthien the trilogy treatment, this is Peter Jackson's last visit to Tolkien's Middle-earth, and what a stupendous finale it is. Opening with the furious dragon Smaug incinerating Lake Town, a stalking battle breaks out between dwarves, elves, orcs, humans and eagles to trouser the Golden Horde. Amid the fiery fury is Martin Freeman's Hobbit, Bilbo, struggling to rouse Der Dwarf Chief Thorin, Richard Armitage, from his existential crisis, known in these parts as dragon sickness. Paul Howlett, Live Sport. Premier League football, Everton v Chelsea. The reigning champions visit Big Sam's latest project. 11:30 a.m. Sky Sports. Main event darts, World Championships. The afternoon session of Day 10 from Ally Pally. 2:30 p.m. Sky Sports. Main event Premiership Rugby, Northampton Saints v Exeter Chiefs. A crucial game for the Saints following Jim Mallender's sacking. 2:30 p.m. BT Sport.